What's up, everybody? You guys already know that I've been streaming live over on kick.com/Elrod, and I was going on a rant really about AI and universal basic income on stream, and I really just wanted to share it with all of you guys. So, yeah, just let me know down below. Does AI scare you? Like, it kind of scares me, but at the same time, I think it's the future, and I don't think there's no stopping the future, right? The door has been open. Now that AI is here, I think if we're not learning AI, if we're not learning how to use that tool and manipulate that tool for our betterment, I think we're falling behind. That's what we should do. What does everyone think of like AI and stuff like this? I genuinely, I was going on this yesterday, but I'm thinking AI is more like a tool than anything. Like, whenever I hear the argument that people are telling me that like AI is a bad thing, I can't help but think about that this is probably a similar argument that we heard when Photoshop and Illustrator and Adobe was all coming out, that people who could paint really well or draw really well or manipulate things in the real world to make art, they probably get mad at this graphic art because they were able to recreate what they were able to do so much faster, and it maybe felt like it took like a large percentage of artists away, when in fact it just branched out, and instead of taking art away, it made art bigger because now there's a whole new section of art. When I think of AI, not only is there an AI music, but we saw like the AI Valorant clip that I made. Not only can you make like AI visual art, but now you can make AI sounding art, where you could take like Drake. Drake has been my favorite one, where you have Drake but you have Drake AI, where it's like Drake but AI Drake, and it sounds just like Drake but way better. When you take this AI music and you take this AI art form, I think it's going to be a tool to help expedite maybe like small work, but when you want fine custom work that can't really be replicated in a certain way, then I think actually having an artist behind it who can really fine tune and tailor exactly what you want, that's going to become more important. Or I don't say more important, but more valued. I think value is going to be a better word to use there than important. But I think this adaptation to AI, we're all doing ourselves a disservice if we don't just play around with it. And I want to see what more comes out of it, because I feel like every new day, every day that turns around, I'm seeing new Drake AI songs. I'm seeing new ways to use AI. For example, I'm messing around and I have an AI resume that I'm comparing to my actual resume, and I'm going to start putting feelers out there just to the job market just to see how an AI resume does on LinkedIn, on Glassdoor. AI is so cool and so interesting that I think it's going to open up a lot of doors in front of us that maybe we didn't even think about. And I want to think about like YouTubers and content creators, right? Like somebody who, if I was trying to sell AI to myself and be like, look, not only do you have to stream, then you got to go back and create clips, and then you got to go and make YouTube videos out of it, and then do that 6 times a day, every day of the week. I feel like AI, there's going to be AI programs that are going to be able to take those clips, make an AI generated thumbnail, upload it to YouTube through a program like a third-party program, and it'll do it automatically. And there's a whole automation system. I think if anything, AI is going to be taking us into automation. I mean, really, we've already been in this manufacturing industry where we took from like, large groups of people making stuff to putting it on like a conveyor belt to assembly lines, and it's just become more and more automated. So now we have robots in there operating some like manufacturing lines and some factory lines. Imagine the type of imagine the style of automation that can come with AI adapting and learning and how to even maximize efficiencies that humans have already programmed. Like, this is going to be the max efficient way due to our calculations, and AI is going to be like, well, due to my calculation, if we did X, Y, and Z, and then we move this around, we can make this 2% faster and 2% faster over a year for large-scale manufacturing. That may be astronomical numbers that people are missing out on that they're not even aware of yet. I mean, I think AI is the future. I mean, obviously it's the future and it's not slowing down, and it does scare me because I am an Elon fan. I think if we go back in history and we keep doing this history thing where we're looking back, if we don't look at history, we don't learn from it, we're doomed to repeat it. Look at Galileo. The man shifted our whole idea of the universe doesn't revolve around the earth, but instead it revolves around the sun, right? Now we're looking at Elon and demonizing him. Same thing with guys like Jeffrey Bezos or Tim Cook and some of these really forward-thinking people. We're demonizing them, but as time goes on and time passes, the demonization of what we're doing was more like out of ignorance and out of fear, instead of like trying to learn and adapt to the times that are being presented to us. I don't know. That's kind of just, I wanted to talk on AI and kind of go in these spiels about it, but I want to know what you guys think. Let me know down below. Let me know in the comments. What do you guys think of AI? Does it scare you? Do you think it's going to be the door for automation like I do? And if that's the case, how are we going to incorporate like revenue or living costs for people? Because this is only going to separate the rich from the rich and the poor from the poor if we don't figure out a way to bridge this gap. And I mean, on stream a few days ago, I was talking about like universal basic income, and instead of the government paying for it, large companies like Microsoft, Google, Facebook, these companies would be paying for people's data because their AI has to pull data from somewhere, and now I think people are starting to realize that our personal data, individual data, is actually valuable. But I don't want to keep going on a spiel on this because I want to get to some video games. As you guys know, Fortnite Ranked Mode has come out, and I kind of want to play a little bit of Fortnite Ranked. So if that's what you guys are into, come hang out.